As of last night, the internal temperature of the tank was 100 degrees, but we found out today the temperature gauge tops out at 100, so it is possible the chemical is hotter.
50,000 people, meanwhile, are still under mandatory evacuation orders, forced to seek shelter somewhere. The OC Fairgrounds is now a new shelter for families with RVs.
Also today, Governor Newsom has requested the Trump administration declare an emergency so federal aid can come to Orange County.
Right now, we have a team of reporters across Orange County monitoring this developing and dangerous situation. We begin with NBC4's Hetty Chang with her one-on-one conversation with the interim OCFA chief, and where we go from here. Hetty.
Yeah, Jonathan and Kathy, we not only spoke with the interim chief tonight, but we also heard from the incident commander. And when you hear things like it was a positive operation, it was successful, we may be at a turning point, all of this certainly welcoming news, especially after 3 days of uncertainty now. So let's talk about this potential crack. Right now behind us here at this hour, working around the clock, the specialized team of hazmat professionals and experts. They are taking a look at that crack, and they're hoping it's doing what they want it to do, which is to help alleviate some of this pressure in this compromised tank.
You're watching thermal imaging of the compromised tank that fire officials describe as a balloon ready to pop. The infrared technology coming from one of 3 drones, which gave a specialized hazmat team confirmation last night there's a potential crack in the tank, which in this very volatile emergency is a good thing.
If we can confirm that crack relieve the pressure, that takes the levee off of the equation. When and if, it's not confirmed yet, but when and if we take the levee off the equation, the evacuation zone is based off of a levee. Okay, you take that off the equation, the evacuation zone shrinks.
BLEVE stands for boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion, a worst case scenario that could cause the worst disaster in state history, a disaster that could possibly now be avoided. What drones could not get close enough to see last night, the gauge measuring the temperature inside the tank holding 7,000 gallons of the highly volatile chemical MMA. That was a job for firefighters on the ground who, despite the dangers, went right up to the tank to investigate.
And what is the temperature, the internal temperature of the chemical?
Last night it was 100 degrees. So the gauge only goes to 100. So we don't know if it's 100 or beyond. We just know that it was pinged basically at 100. All the deluge water that's going on, that's our key right now, is to keep the tank cool.
And is that working?
Right now, yes, it is.
Incident Commander Division Chief Craig Covey.
Some people were asking, well, why does it take them 3 days to go in there? It was unsafe to do so. This was a balloon that was fully blown up and ready to pop. Maybe one more breath. We didn't know. We had to build data and fact to be willing to put our firefighters in harm's way.
So now, as fire officials hope they're at a turning point, they ask for patience from the now 50,000 people now entering a 4th night away from home.
What do you feel in your mind and your heart, Chief?
I spent 25 years working for the city of Garden Grove and the fire department. It's almost like Garden Grove is, I grew up there my third of my life, right, because of my work schedule. So, yeah, it's very touching to me. I have an ownership, I have appreciation for that. So this one does touch home.
The interim chief, he tells me this specialized hazmat team, they come from all over the state, perhaps even the country. They touched down here at the incident command post yesterday morning. It includes an expert that he says he personally asked to be here, I should say. More on that part of the story when we see you, Jonathan and Kathy, in about 30 minutes. For now, we're live from Los Alamitos. Hetty Chang, NBC4 News.
And Hetty, we know there's still so much uncertainty for all those families that are forced out of their homes. Is there any kind of timeline at this point?
Yeah, and that is certainly a question that we did ask the interim chief. I said, quite frankly, what is the timeline? He says he doesn't have one, right? And he wishes that he has. He was talking about how he was a firefighter here in Garden Grove for 25 years, so this is kind of his second home. He does feel the frustration, he feels the anxiety, and he too wants all of these people who are impacted by this to get back home, but he cannot do that until he knows that the area is determined safe.
Yeah, safety, the #1 priority. Hetty Chang there on the ground. We'll check back with you soon, Hetty. Thank you.